I'm Eric. So today, as I said, recap Browns edition. I'm recapping the uh, brief recap of the Dallas Cowboy game, and then getting deeper into yesterday's game. The Dallas Cowboy game was very concerning based on the fact that the offense kind of looked like they've not played together ever. They couldn't even line up right. DeJuan Jones, I believe, had three or false start penalties or illegal formation, one of the two. Um, it seems like they're calling illegal formation a lot more this year, and watching the offensive line to make sure they're lining up correctly, which that's fundamentals. If you're not teaching your team correctly in that way, you shouldn't be a coach. So, Andy Dickerson, I officially put you on watch today. Um, well, as of last week, they did a little better, but still the fundamentals are struggling because of them still getting a ton of holding penalties and not still illegal. Well, illegal formation is also on the coordinators, but I feel like they're calling that a lot more. But the defense was a really big concern, and special teams week one, giving up 33 points and giving up a punt return for touchdown. That was highly concerning. Going into yesterday's game, they had a lot to clean up. So, yesterday's game, a few takeaways. Lack of halftime adjustments. Just because you're winning doesn't mean you don't make halftime adjustments. You got to always be making halftime adjustments or even in-game adjustments. You have to be constantly making in-game adjustments as the game goes on. And it seems like Jacksonville yesterday made those adjustments because they got off to a really slow start in the first half, and the Browns scored quickly on them. But the turnaround in the second half, the Browns should have lost that game. I know I'm a Browns fan, but they should have lost that game. They did everything they could to lose that game, but Trevor Lawrence just didn't take the opportunity. Unlike where Cincinnati lost because of one of their players getting a pass interference call late in the game. But honestly, the defense is what held the Browns and helped them win. They've improved red zone wise in the last year, or since last year. They are currently in second place in the division to 2-0 Steelers, but that was just a side note. Ravens and Bengals are both 0-2, so that helps them a little bit. But there's still concerns that the offense only scored 3 points in the second half. Like, when they could have taken off with that game. I know they scored 5 points in the second half, but 2 were defensively through a safety. So to me, it's just highly concerning that the offense got off to a great start, and then they started committing penalties, what was it, like 13 penalties yesterday? That's still a huge issue. That's costing the team huge yards. If you're listening, feel free to text, or no, feel free to comment or tweet or comment on our channel page or channel group. And as I'm sharing it there right now, because I forgot to, but it's just highly concerning that they are struggling as much as they did in the second half. I'm hoping they fix it, but there's a good chance that Watson will not be on this team if this last allegation comes true. I don't know why I can't find the new page. But the good thing is, if God forbid that allegation does come true, and I use the term good thing loosely, is that they won't have to pay him. So cap space will actually be helped by them cutting him. I don't want the last allegation to be correct, because like if he was dumb enough to do something like that, like the Browns should not have gotten him. But so I don't know. But if they do cut him, then the salary cap will free up, which will be good. He just, in his restructuring, he signed a clause that will allow them to cut him and get that cap money back. What the heck? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong screen. But I also have a text number that I don't remember, so give me a second to pop that up. Because you can always text me at 234 hold on. I'll get it later. I'll post it in the comments. But you can comment on the streams below, and we will get back. Okay. With that, I will say the team played okay, but my concern is the second half. There was a lot of mistakes. They really didn't play up to what they should have. They won, don't get me wrong. They should have lost that game. Honestly, if Trevor Lawrence could have actually completed a pass or drawn a pass interference, that game should have easily been won by the Jags. Sorry, I am getting distracted by the captions. But the Jags are. They were the better team in the second half. If they would have scored a couple more points in the first half, which that's hindsight, I know. But if they would have scored even 6 points in the first half, that game would have had a different outcome. Side note, it was nice to see the Guardians split the series against the Rays. And this series against Minnesota is very pivotal to the season. I'm just trying to pull up the pitching matchup for tonight. Because as the caption or the title says, this was supposed to be a Browns show, but I wanted to mention the Guardians real quick because they actually won a couple games. Will they stay consistent and win? Okay, let's see. The game tonight, which can be seen on Bally's, Bally Sports Great Lakes, and heard on all the Guardians Radio Network, but the flagship stations, WMMS and WTAM. And today's starting pitcher matchup is Pablo Lopez versus Matthew Boyd, which Matthew Boyd this season is 2-1, or with the Guardians this season is 2-1 with a 2.88 ERA, and Pablo Lopez is 15-8 with a 3. Sorry, that thing keeps changing on me. 3.8 or 98, I believe that's it. That is ERA. So it's an even matchup tonight. I'm surprised how well Matt Boyd is pitching. Matthew Boyd is pitching based on the fact that he was hurt when they first got him. I don't know where it's going to stand if he's going to stay healthy, but this rotation needs him to stay healthy, being that Alex Cobb keeps going out. I think the offense definitely needs to pick up, but giving Quan a few days off is going to help substantially because he was starting to really lose his groove and struggle at the plate. So giving him a few days will get him mentally back to where he needs to be. With that, this has been recap of the Browns game and just a look ahead to the Guardians tonight. Have a good one, everybody.